After getting teamed yesterday and ultimately bringing my bounty down to 29.8 million and then them spamming easy in the chat, I realized some people really suck in this game. So today I'm going to make a guide to show you how to become the best bounty hunter without having to team. Like and subscribe if you guys do want more content and videos like this, and join the Discord server, link in the description below, to be in videos, giveaways, events, and more. And let's get into it. All right, so we're going to split this into 3 categories. The first one being beginner, second one being intermediate, third one being pro. For a beginner bounty, I'd say that's about 2.5 to 5 million bounty is like beginner. And for these things, honestly, you just want something easy to get you started with the game. Like something like dough is very easy to use, and you can get used to this thing very easily. It has easy combos. Another one is non-transformed kitsune. This thing also has easy combos and very, very easy to learn. Another one I'd say is probably gravity. It got that recent rework. You know, if you have the mastery on this thing, then it's probably worth trying out if you're a beginner. But fruits to stay away from, because you need to stay away from some fruits, would be yeti fruit, leopard fruit. Dragon just like isn't even on this list. Like, yeah, you can use it if you want. You can use anything if you want. But I feel like base dragon just isn't really that good. And if you're just using it for the transformation, you're not really going to get better. And stay away from Buddha, bro. Just, like, it's not even helping you. You're just gonna die, bro. And one tip is, if you are a beginner, I would fight people around your bounty range. Like, say you're 2.5 million. I wouldn't like really fight out of that 2.5 to 5 million bounty range, because you're gonna get cooked and you don't really know what you're doing. But yeah, you know, some of those high value fruits like that are good for PvP. These fruits will really help you like figure out PvP, figure out combos and stuff, what moves go into where. And yeah, I mean, that's really all to say. That's really all to say about beginner. And now it's time for the intermediate fruits. Now, once you're intermediate, I'd say that's like 10 to 20 million bounty. And also, you've learned how to kin trick. If you don't know what that is, you're probably still a beginner, bro. Once you learn kin trick, once you get 10 million, once you learn all the, you know, basics of PvP, basically, now you can go into your intermediate fruits. Now, intermediate fruits are going to be your fruits like flame fruit. It's kind of harder to hit than your dough fruit or kitsune or, you know, stuff like that. But it's also a good fruit that, when learned, it's very good for getting bounty. Another fruit we have is light fruit. And light fruit just is an arc, bro. Everybody needs to go through the light arc. And light is actually a very good fruit. But I think like one of the moves, I think the Z move is the only move that breaks kin on contact. A lot of these fruits are going to have less kin breaks than something like dough or a kitsune or things of that sort. Yeah, that's why they're intermediate, because, you know, if you're a beginner, you have no kin breaks, you're not really going to know what to do, bro. It's not going to be a good luck, bro. It's not going to be good. Another fruit we have is blizzard. And this is honestly one of my favorite fruits. Probably like my top 2 favorite fruit in the game. It is kind of easy to combo with. And especially if you have something like spiky or dragon trident that can keep them in this domain, it does a lot of damage. So that is why blizzard is on this list. But it is like, I mean, it's not hard to use. Like, if you gave this thing to a beginner, it's like it's hit or miss if they could be able to use it. And just, you know, using our brains here, we have a lot of fruits that we could use. Also, pain could kind of go in intermediate or beginner because, you know, second form, you can just run away. It sounds bad, but if you're starting out and you really don't want to lose bounty, I guess you could just run away. Lightning could be an intermediate fruit. It sucks in the air, so it just can't work for beginners, really. And lastly, I really want to talk about portal because, you know, it's really good sword main. I don't even have to really explain this. Lastly, we have our pro fruits, 20 to 30 million bounty. Now, 2 of these fruits actually got removed from the pro category, and those fruits were lightning and pain fruit. Now that they got reworked, they're just not in the pro category anymore. But the first one we do have for the pro category, the phoenix fruit. My favorite fruit in the game. Non-transform, by the way. If you use transform, honestly, it's really not even that good. So I don't know if you could call it beginner or intermediate because it kind of sucks in transformation anyways. But out of transformation, this thing has 2 moves that you can use on offense. 1 to heal. 2 moves, bro. So you're either using Flame Exodus, right? Or the Z move. That's why it's in this pro category, because it has a pretty big learning curve. And, you know, if you're not prepared to use this thing, then you are not going to do very well with it. And a lot of people don't, because simply it has 2 moves. And, of course, when you're healing, you're just like, you're slower. They can easily get over to you, bro. This thing has a pretty big learning curve on it. So that's why it's in the pro category, simply because 2 moves, it's not the easiest thing to learn in the game. Another pro fruit I'd say is rubber. And actually, it is very good because a lot of people use rumble. And rubber, as you guys know, cannot get hit by gun or rumble fruit. So, well, lightning, I guess it's called now. But that's, you know, very good. If you can learn this fruit and have like a great combo with this thing, or just be good with it overall, then you're set, really, because you just don't get hit with the guns. And then, again, a lot of people use lightning fruit. So if you're in a 1v1 or you're getting jumped by a lightning, they can't really do anything. So this is a bounty hunting video, after all. So you're losing less bounty, and that's just good for the brand, bro. That's just better for you. Losing less bounty, you know, not being able to get hit by these guys, getting more bounty. And then basically lightning users are free bounty because you're good with rubber fruit and you have a good combo. Lastly, I want to talk about control fruit, the non-reworked fruit. But yeah, it's kind of decently hard to hit. Has a little bit of a learning curve. And this thing could go in intermediate. It's like a borderline intermediate pro type of thing. Depending on what you use it with, it could be either one. But, you know, again, something like sword main, I feel like, just in general, if you're going sword main with it, it could be in the pro category. But if you're using like dragon trident, fruit main, then it can be an intermediate. So sword main, control, the pro category. So, okay, lastly, we have our honorable mentions. Now, a lot of you guys I know are going to go in the comments and say, like, what happened to creation? Why isn't creation in this list? I use creation. That's what this after list is for. So you guys don't comment about this type of stuff, okay? So I guess we're just going to go over kind of the fruits that I missed, I guess you could say. And I'm not going over comments, bro. Besides Blade. Blade can go in the intermediate category. You can't get hit with swords. Really good. Kind of like rubber in a way. Ice, I hate this fruit. Not even gonna rank it. Not even gonna give it attention. Sand, I'd put this in the pro category. Good bit of a learning curve. Dark, I'd put in intermediate. Has a lot of stun moves. Really good with sword main. Honestly, a beginner could probably use this like Blizzard 50-50. They can or they can't. Eagle is above Dark now. What is this world turned into? But Eagle's intermediate too. I just want to equip this fruit. I just want to fly in the sky. It has some pretty good moves now since the rework. Diamond, same thing, got reworked. Pretty good intermediate fruit. Take damage reduction. Prismatic reflection is broken. Ghost fruit, intermediate. Ghost fruit is a very good pain counter, surprisingly enough. Magma, I put in intermediate. Not really worth talking about. I mean, the build is really what matters on Magma. Quake fruit, much needed rework, but still pretty good when used. No real mobility moves though, and it's outdated. Love fruit, I'd actually call a good beginner fruit. You can combo too easily with this thing. It's so easy to combo. I don't know why people don't use it more. It's really, really easy to combo. If you're a beginner, love fruit, bro, you can honestly go love fruit. It's really easy, bro. It's not hard to obtain at all. Creation fruit, I'd also put in intermediate simply because it doesn't kin break as much as you'd want from a beginner fruit. But yeah, you know, it has a lot of good moves. It recently got reworked, so you know the moves are like flashy. You can kind of hop around in the V move, and it's just a pretty good fruit overall. Spider has good moves. Intermediate. Sound, just buttons, remove it from the game. I know you sound mains out there like it. I hate this fruit. T-Rex is a good intermediate fruit. It actually is very good because it has predatory screech, and this is a good combo starter, and you can go into combos pretty easily from there. Shadow fruit, also good because of V move. Very good for combos and keeping them stunned, and just you can M1 them in there, bro. Venom fruit is a great beginner fruit. I don't know why I did not add this to the beginner category, bro. Venom is, I did say high value fruits, so I guess, but I should have specifically pointed out Venom. Spirit's a good intermediate fruit. I should have added this to to intermediate list as well. I'm glad I added this category, bro, because I missed some good fruits, bro. And that's honestly the last fruit. So yeah, now you guys can't really say what happened to... No! If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you do like and subscribe so you can get more videos like this and more content. Join the Discord server, link in the description below to be in videos, giveaways, events, and more. I'll see you guys in the next one.